Indian rip-offs of popular movies. Here we go. Hollywood going to Bollywood.
Indian Matrix, Harry Potter, Terminator, and much more. Today we're gonna watch just ingenious Indian rip-offs of popular movies. Like and subscribe, let's start. Okay, let's start with the movie named
Avara Pagal Deewana,
which is a direct copy of The Whole Nine Yards. And at the same time, it directly copies a bunch of popular movies, including The Matrix. Let me remind you that in the original film, the main character lives in hatred with his wife and mother-in-law. A serious criminal named Tulip settles next to them, who is in conflict with his wife because of an inheritance of $10 million. And from that moment on, the main character accidentally gets involved in their affairs. Here, the plot is exactly the same, but just many of its aspects are exaggerated, such as the tyrant wife and mother-in-law who don't even allow men to have their own money. Yeah, by the way, the husband doesn't go here alone, but with his father. And in general, a huge number of additional characters have been introduced, despite the fact that most of them, frankly, are not needed at all. Unless only for dances and songs. Now, get ready. Probably such a frank rip-off you have never seen before. Local Tulip decides to cosplay Neo from The Matrix from the very beginning of the movie, and literally repeats the scene from the original film frame by frame.
But the sounds!
Yes, your vision doesn't fail you. The scene is just copied frame by frame down to all movements and camera angles. And at the end of it, the Indian Neo takes off the mask from his face, just like in Mission Impossible, turning out to be brother of Tulip's wife. Whoa! I mean, I'm surprised not only by copying of the scenes, but also by the fact that they were generally decided to be inserted into a film that clearly did not imply them. For you to understand, thus Tulip's wife's brother wanted to set him up, and
So basically, if they mix a lot of movies, nobody will notice. It's a ripoff.
It would be funny if there was just a camera hanging there somewhere. The criminal immediately gets into the TV news and Tulip just meets his new neighbors. The wives send their husbands to some bandits who are looking for their neighbor, in order to turn him in and get a reward. And while they wait for the bandits, the movie decides to copy The Snatch.
If you copy, at least do a better job, not a worse job.
This time, guys went farther and literally used even the same sound at the end. Just incredible.
These people standing so close, there is not even like a line or anything.
Then the movie repeats Nine Yards, but with its own unique charm. Adds a huge variety of meaningless scenes, characters, and of course, dancing with singing.
To be honest, the one thing about Bollywood movies I genuinely like is the dancing and singing. Because those are unique, those are different. Like mostly all of their movies are musicals, basically.
In the end, a whole huge company of random characters killed the main villain, aka Tulip's wife's brother, but it turns out that it wasn't him, but his twin brother, and the real villain all this time was hiding.
Oh no, guys! What?
Under the mask of another random person.
Masks!
So yeah, this is again a reference to Mission Impossible. In this regard, right in the middle of the desert, a biggest fight of all accumulated here characters begins. The laws of physics stop working. huge monster truck suddenly appear with stunt motorcyclists. And it seems no one would be even surprised if the Expendables appeared there in their full force at that moment. In short, the villain is killed again. It seems for real now. Indian Matthew Perry Love exchanges the diamonds he secretly stole for Tulip's divorce papers from his wife. Tulip, for some reason, gives them to absolutely everyone who appeared on the screen. Everyone's happy, everything's fine, you can dance now.
Yeah, of course. The dancing every time, you know, everyone dead. Basically, this comment. I saw a Bollywood movie where there was a gang fight and lots of guys were hacked to death. Then there was a dance scene where everybody, including the dead guys, got up and danced.
Hold on for a while. I live in Ukraine. There is a war. It sucks. But I want to make videos for you. And you can support my channel, donate or join my Patreon with exclusive content. To make us all feel better or just help me work normally.
Yeah, that is
Indian Harry Potter. I mean, abracadabra. Yeah, it
abracadabra. Creative.
Exists too. And here is Harry Abhilasha Potter himself. Here our protagonist doesn't have any angry uncle and aunt, but he clearly has a living father around whom most of the plot is built. However, already in the first scene, Harry arrives.
Abracadabra, School of Magic.
To the school, where the talking watermelon meets him.
तुम सामने क्यों नहीं आते? मैं हर किसी के सामने नहीं आता.
The common thing for Indian Hogwarts. And just like Professor McGonagall, then he turns into a human. The role of the main villain is played by a sexy directrix who changes outfits every scene. Ooh, and I must say...
Okay, alright. Wait. Let's talk about this. It's not that bad. Okay?
I like this Voldemort. Then we're shown the school itself, its inhabitants, demonstrating just incredibly, magically bad 8D graphics, and apparently even the local Draco Malfoy.
दिमाग है, बहुत मजा आएगा.
But of course, the most interesting thing is the magic itself, which you probably already really wanna see. Well, there's a lot of it. In the classroom, guys learn the Indian Wingardium Leviosa.
Leviosa. Stop.
Instead of flying on broomsticks, here they fly on carpets, with an analog of Quidditch where flags are used instead of a ball. It makes sense. And in the breaks between lessons, of course, everyone dances and sings. They realized the invisibility clock in the movie, a huge amount of very strange magic which rather demonstrates the skills of 3D animators, and it's terrifying. And even Casper the Friendly Ghost, or just a stock model that looks like him. I think by this principle almost all 3D elements exist here. The plot is mostly unstructured and very chaotic, and a huge number of scenes simply do not matter at all to it. Harry's father is killed. Then it turns out that he's alive and is in captivity.
The best part about it is the female Voldemort
of the villain, who is trying to seduce him, apparently. He gets up. Captivity, then gets back there, and in the end he gets out again, and the villain is killed. The end, wait for part 2. Oh no, thanks, that's enough for me.
No,
Robot the movie, or Indian Terminator. Now it's already a heavyweight and really big budget Bollywood movie. The local great scientist Vasigaran worked for years to create a robot. After hundreds of attempts and years of work, he still came to success. And the first thing they taught this robot was to dance. Humanity can sleep peacefully. Now we have a dancing Indian robot. Thank you all, this is the end and nothing could be better anymore. Okay, not really. Actually, it should become a military combat unit. The main characters here are the scientist Vasigaran, his girl Sana, his teacher, the evil villain, who was surpassed by the students, so he even more evil now, and of course, the Terminator himself, Cheetah. Pretty cute name actually for a Terminator. Cheetah from the very first day of his existence begins to show himself to the full. In a second he reads all the books and magazines that he sees, elegantly meets the people around him and looks after Sana. But since Cheetah is the ultimate weapon of death, he's just getting warmed up. Annoying neighbors listen to loud music, he twists the sound to the maximum with the power of his sword and blows up all the equipment in the house with a sound wave. Someone else is listening to loud music, he breaks the equipment, attracts all the weapons of the local angry gang with an internal magnet, and removes his pants from one of them by attracting its zipper too. After a while, when all these guys meet Sana and
these graphics are much better than the Harry Potter ones. They advanced.
The Iron Indian man in the train and throws out her bag, he just calmly jumps out of it into the water on the move. Jumps back, kicks ass, falls out again, charges himself up, jumps in there again in Spider-Man Neo from the Matrix style, and kicks ass again. Whoa! After such a busy day, the only thing left is to dance. Despite the absolute almightiness of the robot, the expert commission with the main villain does not approve of his introduction into the armed forces of India. Because...
It is just a stupid inference engine, that's all.
Because he has no emotions. After all, without them it's impossible to understand who needs to be shot and who is not. No. In any case, Wasik endows the Indian Schwarzenegger with emotions. So after that, he takes a difficult childbirth of a bad 3D model and looking on it, you can understand how hard it was. Falls in love with Sana, negotiates with mosquitoes so they don't bite her anymore. What? She kisses him and they do a love dance.
I am a supergirl, unka the love girl. I love her, I love you so much.
Whereupon the robot becomes a hippie and renounces violence.
No war, only love.
The robot is dismantled, thrown into the trash, where the villain finds him, which apparently often spends time in the trash heaps. He turns him into the evil Elvis Presley and wants to make a whole...
Wait, all of this is in one movie? Interesting.
...army of his clones to sell them to terrorists. You know, these typical villains. But Elvis has other plans. He kidnaps his beloved and tries to score 5 stars in GTA, but forgets that this is real life. He forgets so much that physics also absolutely stop working. And it seems he uses all the cheat codes that he knows, otherwise it's just impossible to describe.
This is a good scene. I saw this scene so many times as a meme or whatever. And actually, it's a good scene. It's entertaining.
Possible to describe. The main thing is that no one notices who I am copying. Yeah, just like that. Brilliant. You think that's all? Arnold Elvis Robocop kills the main villain, who, as it turns out, is no longer the main one, so he creates a whole army of his clones by himself. Now the movie is becoming more like the last Matrix, not this one. But this masterpiece did not stop there. The clones turn into a ball.
I saw this scene, yep.
Then into a huge snake, which even the Indian army cannot cope with, and in the end, they gather into a giant transformer, but Wasik, with the great difficulty, turns everyone off. Wasik together with Sana, everyone's happy, everyone's fine, almost. You can dance now.
Oh baby,
So, what can I say?
many
That was
people
a
dead.
really unusual experience.
this scene
In
again,
some
please.
points, it was frankly bad, but in some, just brilliant. But what Indian movies can really do well is dancing and singing. So watch my other
What I
videos,
said.
join my Patreon or donate to support the
Yeah,
channel,
we'll
and dance
definitely
with me.
do. I enjoyed this. I'm sorry, but the most entertaining part is the dancing in these movies. And they keep getting better with the dances. I like the dances. I like it. I even in Zumba have like 1 or 2 songs that are Indian, and we do some Indian dances. It's so cool. I love it. Entertaining video. Entertaining video. Thanks so much for sharing, guys. I laughed so much. My throat. Oh my god.